Hey guys! So I wanted to share something that I learned this week when I was going through Exodus. I'm going through it and it's been really good. Like, Old Testament, you can get a lot out of too. You know, all you need is God to just show you something. And so what I took away was, so the Israelites were freed from slavery and now they're wandering the desert. And they're worried about food, and like they're following Moses and Aaron, who is being directed by God, and they're complaining a lot, worried about like food and water kind of things. And so in chapter 16 verse 3 they say this: the Israelites said to them, "If only we had died by the Lord's hand in Egypt. There we sat around pots of meat and ate all the food we wanted. But you have brought us out into this desert to starve this entire assembly to death." A little dramatic, but probably not if you're like wandering the desert and you don't see any promise of food. But what Moses responded later in verse 8 really opened my eyes to something. Moses also said, "You will know that it was the Lord when he gives you meat to eat in the evening and all the bread you want in the morning, because he has heard your grumbling against him. Who are we? You are not grumbling against us, but against the Lord." And when I heard that, I feel like my eyes were open to the fact that when I grumble about things, like, I'm not really grumbling at that person or that situation, because they're so small and insignificant, really, like in the big scheme of things. I'm grumbling at God, and I'm saying, God, I don't trust you. I don't trust this plan that you have. I don't think you're as powerful and all-knowing as you say you are, because I don't think this is going to work out. I think I have a better plan, and so on and so forth. And so that really convicted me, because this week I had been pretty grumbly. Like, I wasn't booking work, background work like I did the past couple weeks. And so I'm like, oh God, will I be able to pay my rent? What the heck's happening? Like, why aren't you letting me book anything? But like one of the days where I didn't book, I got my first audition in LA. So if I had been booked, I wouldn't have been able to do the audition. And then today I didn't book, but when I called in to book something tomorrow, I got booked, and then booked for an additional 6 days on something else. Like, who would have seen that coming? I just needed to trust God. Like, God's got a plan and he's doing something, but you have to remember, God loves you. God has a plan for you for his glory, and he's going to provide for your needs. So yeah, in the same way the Israelites were complaining about food, but he ended up providing manna and quail, like in the same way he's gonna provide for all of us whatever we need. And instead of grumbling at God, why don't we just pray and talk to him? Because he's our Father, he loves us. And so tell him your fears and what you're upset about. He can handle it. But at the end of the day, remember that he loves you and he has a plan for you. He is all-knowing and all-powerful, and his plan will be the best plan and purpose for our lives. Okay guys, bye.